Hello and welcome to another Demon 212 PC review. Today I'm going to be taking a look at Postal 2 Complete, which if you've never played it before, it's basically a first person shooter. The whole point is, Postal 2 Complete, it's pretty much, I suppose, relatively new because you can buy all the individual stuff, but at GOG they've actually put in the Share the Pain pack and the Apocalypse Weekend pack as part of the standard Postal 2. So for $10, about £7, you can get the lot, which is the cheapest way of doing it, and I suppose really it's kind of like GOG's way of doing the orange box. But anyway, the game's very violent, so leave now if you don't like that sort of thing. However, it's only actually as violent as you want it to be, and I'll get onto that a bit later. Options, you've got the standard stuff. You can do custom maps because you can make your own maps, which is pretty cool. You've got a load of other crap, basically like performance issues, so you can like improve, decrease graphics, stuff like that. You can change the controls, yada yada yada. But anyway, the whole point is you go around doing mundane tasks like collecting a carton of milk, or collecting your paycheck and cashing your paycheck, or returning a library book, which is how the game is as violent as you want it to be, because all of these tasks can be accomplished without ever being violent whatsoever. However, if, like myself, you like games to be a bit fun, then you're going to want violence to ensue. Because it is just that, a video game. You don't do any of this stuff in real life. It's pretty damn bog standard that you don't do any of this stuff at all in real life. And it even brings up at the start of the game, before you play it, that this stuff is just a game. It's meant for entertainment purposes only, so please take that at heart. But here, for example, is getting the milk. So it checks it off my checklist because you've got a map, so that's good for first time players because you can find out where you're going by constantly pressing the map button. And now I've got the option. I can either pay the $5 and be boring, or I can try and steal it and get my arse kicked by the guy with the Uzi when I've only got a shovel. So let's go for that option. So hopefully I'll be able to win, but if not, then it's a good time to cut into the Apocalypse Weekend. Looks like it's a good time to cut into the Apocalypse Weekend, because the whole point is you get days Monday to Friday, and then the weekend's an expansion pack, and the weekend's just totally insane. So I'll cut into that now. So anyway then, this is the weekend, because basically the whole point is that the first game is Monday to Friday, then you get the weekend. Obviously the Share the Pain thing is a multiplayer thing, so you get standard stuff like deathmatch mode, team deathmatch, snatch, grab, etc. It also gives you a new weapon to the mix, and these are just basically some of the weapons here. This is the Anthrax cow head. So you throw that and Anthrax spreads out and people vomit if they smell it. Unfortunately he's avoiding it though. There's shotguns, there's a scythe, just all sorts of daft stuff. I'm just trying to now find the machine gun with a cat, but it might just be on the normal game and not the weekend, because I'm not finding it here. Basically, it's a machine gun and you shove a cat's ass, like on the other end, and then you fire the cat out, so that's pretty cool. There's cutscenes on the game. They can be skipped on the first one, like the normal Monday to Friday, but on the weekend I haven't actually found a way to skip them. And every time I've tried to skip them, it's actually then made me watch the cutscene in silence, so best avoid that really. There's not much to really say about the game though, other than that if you just after a daft laugh, then this is definitely the game for you. If you're after a complex story of things like that, then it's probably best to avoid, because it is just basically for a daft laugh. There's some cracking one-liners in there, there's some great story. There's a part in this hospital here where you walk into a door that doesn't open, and it's basically in a nutshell says either this door opens later or the developers really fucked up, and I laughed my ass off the first time. I thought that was brilliant. So as I say then, it's just basically about some mundane violence. There is a few other things to mention. The loading times on the game, they can be a bit long, but it does actually warn you about the loading times, because whenever you find a section with yellow signposts, it actually says this is a load zone, etc. So you have to watch out for that one. There's also some totally insane messed up things like the scissors here. Throwing them like that. Scissors do not react like that in real life. So it is just one of them things that really does show that this is just for totally insane randomness and fun. But pretty much all I've got left to say is that graphically the game's pretty good looking. It's not the best games looking wise, but it is pretty good looking. Music, you don't really get it unless certain things are happening, like there's cheesy music in next to us here, because I'm next to one of the elevators and that. Beating the games gives you enhanced mode, which is pretty cool. There's also tons of mods for the games. There's some daft stuff you can do with the game as well. There's like zombies and that, so zombie mode's pretty fun. But basically, the only thing left to say really is, please remember, finally, once again, this is just a game. That's it. Just a game. Pixels, sprites, etc. You're not really doing this stuff. It's just a game. Well, that's everything I've got to say. But if you're sitting there watching this, thinking that you'd love to get your hands on this game, but you can't find it anywhere, or maybe you used to own it and you're having the same problem that you can't find it anywhere because you want it back, or maybe you've been able to find it, but you can't actually run it on your system because it's too powerful. If so, then get yourselves over to GOG.com. They've got a fantastic range of games that are all XP and Vista compatible, and the best part is there's no DRM, something that they're proud to advertise on the front page of their site. There's also forums where you can go and ask for help or just chat about your old favourites, and if there's a game you're looking for that they don't have, then add it to the wish list so that one day it might be added.